Okay, hey everybody, Dan here, and it is Wednesday. And I want to look at DaVita here. This is one of the very few stocks that's still working well. Our Fresh Pets is, but that's for another day. Um, but this is a stock that had been drifting sideways here for a while, and you can see, like, just look at the way it kind of knifes through the 50-day moving average right here. So it had gone from pretty consistent support for a while. And then back around here, late June, early July, the stock really drifted right back down through it. And then for a while, really, the 50-day moving average was certainly more resistance than support. Okay, well, that was then, this is now. So the stock has essentially gone through this basing phase, which was about 2.5 months. And if you look at the volume at that time, we got this big skyscraper. It's a green one. That means something. That's institutional accumulation. Big move there. But then, generally speaking, all the volume during this downside drift was low. And like none of these really got up above the average volume. And this is over the last 20 days. And I get it. We got these big things here, which can really skew things. But you can see, just generally speaking, there's been a real low volume pullback all the way until here. Okay, we get a heavier than average volume. Well, it actually first started here on a big down day, higher than average volume, and that's got to get your attention. But then after that, low volume again. And then we get another heavier than average volume day right here. It doesn't look like it with all these others as contrast, but this is higher than average volume, followed by an even bigger volume bar in the green, and then a bigger one still in the red. Now, I look at this as just one big flush, like you can almost hear the toilet flushing sound right here, where we had this nice steady drift. Suddenly the tidy bull man comes out. If you're too young to know what that is, you can do a search online on that, and you'll probably see that. It'll get your attention. Anyway, and so then finally, the big crap took right here. And then since that time, it's been under accumulation. And guess what? Volume's been increasing on the way up. We're in a low volume sideways drift here. Big volume bar here. And now we're settling out here. So what I've really just kind of been doing a play-by-play analysis of a stock that had been in a solid uptrend, took a little breather for a while, and is now regaining and kind of getting its mojo back. So the reason I'm covering this is because I think this could be a good trading opportunity for you. Oh, and by the way, the weekly chart looks pretty good too. I mean, this is a really, really long cup, a little handle here, a breakout here. So just on the weekly chart, I can definitely make a case for this stock. But the daily chart's what I'm really looking at here. If you're buying this stock here, you can choose to use the 50-day moving average as support here. It should be on any pullback. And that gives you about a 6% risk on this trade. You could use the 20-day or 21-day moving average here, but frankly, when you're that close, where I have my stop just within 2% or something, chances of you getting stopped out just in the morning rotation on any given day are pretty high. So you don't want to do that. My suggestion is, if you are going to buy the stock, start it with a small position. Once this starts getting some traction and moving to the upside, then you got a pretty good sense that this has been a trading bottom here, and you can add to it. Because ultimately, again, I think this stock goes lower. I don't recall seeing a weekly chart like this where you get to this part in the pattern and the stock just falls. I don't recall seeing it, but I have seen many a chart like this where the stock might kind of fart around here a little bit, but then ultimately start on the next leg higher. So it's kind of what I think is happening here with DaVita. So I want you to be a part of it. I also want you to be a part of Stock Market Mentor. If you have not checked that out yet, you get a 14-day trial. You can cancel at any time. And my bet is you're going to stick around because you're going to learn something. And of course, it's nice to be making money while you're learning too. So we're going to get a 2 for there. All right. See you guys over there.